The head. Let's start with apricot yarn. Wrap the yarn around your finger. And then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and mid finger. Work into a magic ring, make loop around your mid finger. And pinch the crossover of the yarn with your thumb and mid finger. Insert hook into the loop on mid finger. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop. A magic ring is formed on the mid finger. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 6 crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. The chain stitch serves as the beginning of each round to raise the height, and the slip stitch serves as the ending to join each round. They are not counted into a number of stitches. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook, and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. The chain stitch is to raise the height and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Then work 6 crochets. Remove the magic ring from the middle finger. Insert hook into the magic ring. Yarn under the hook and pull up loop through the ring. Then yarn over the hook and pull through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. We need to mark the first stitch of every round. Continue to work 5 more single crochets in the same way. Six way shapes on the side stand for 6 crochets. We can count the way shapes to check the number of stitches. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Remove the marker and work one snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. The snip stitch serves as a connection. It's not counted into a number of stitches. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with one chain stitch, and then work 6 increases. Finally, end with one snip stitch. Work one chain stitch first. The chain stitch is to raise the height and will not be counted into the number of stitches. Then work 6 increases. First, work one single crochet in the stitch, where we just worked the snip stitch of last round. Mark the first single crochet. Then work one more single crochet in the same stitch. That's one increase. Continue to work 5 more increases in the same way. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Six increases are done. Skip these two small V shapes formed by the snip stitch and the chain stitch. Remove the marker and work one snip stitch in the mark stitch to join this round. The snip stitch serves as a connection. It's not counted into number of stitches. Round 2 is done. Pay attention to the yarn's tightness during crocheting. If the yarn is too tight, we can't insert the hook easily. If it's too loose, the fabric will be out of shape. In round 3, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work it off 1 single crochet or increase for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The chain stitch is to raise the height and will not be counted into number of stitches. The first set. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. First single crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. One single crochet and 1 increase are finished. There are 3 V shapes on the side. One set is done. The second set. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. The second set is done. Keep working for more sets. Work 1 single crochet and 1 increase as 1 set. Six sets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. The snip stitch serves as a second action. It's not counted into number of stitches. Round 3 is done. In round 4, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work set off 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The first set. Work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark the first single crochet. In the next stitch, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, work 1 single crochet. One set is done. The second set. Work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Next, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Next, work 1 single crochet. The second set is done. The third set, work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and 1 single crochet. We have demonstrated the 3 sets. Please finish the rest of the 3 sets by yourself. Work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and 1 single crochet as 1 set. Six sets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 snip stitch in the first stitch. The snip stitch serves as a second action. It's not counted into a number of stitches. Round 4 is done. In round 5, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work set off 3 single crochets, 1 increase for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The first set. Work 3 single crochets. Mark the first single crochet and continue to work 2 more single crochets. Three single crochets are done. In the next stage, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stage. One set is done. The second set, work 3 single crochets. In the next stage, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stage. We have demonstrated the 2 sets. Please finish the rest of 4 sets by yourself. Work 3 single crochets and 1 increase as 1 set. Six sets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 5 is done. Pay attention to the yarn steadily still crocheting. In round 6, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work set of 2 single crochets, 1 increase, 2 single crochets for 6 times. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Work 1 chain stitch first. The first set. Work 2 single crochets. In the next stage, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stage. Then work 2 single crochets. One set is done. The second set, work 2 single crochets. In the next stage, work 1 increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stage. Then work 2 single crochets. We have demonstrated the 2 sets. Please finish the rest of 4 sets by yourself. Work 2 single crochets, 1 increase, and 2 single crochets as 1 set. Six sets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 6 is done. Now we need to change the yarn. Release the apricot yarn from your fingers. Take out the brown yarn. Wrap the yarn around your finger. And then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail and the fabric together with your thumb and middle finger. The stitches for rounds 7 to 14 are the same. In rounds 7 to 14, work 1 chain stitch, 36 crochets, and 1 slip stitch for each round. We'll demonstrate round 7. In round 7, start with 1 chain stitch. Brown yarn over the hook and put the yarn through the loop on the hook. One chain stitch is finished. The yarn change is done. Then work 36 crochets. Put the yarn tails above the hook during crocheting. We need to work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Cut off excess ends. Continue to work some crochets in the same way. Finish a total of 36 crochets in this round. 36 crochets are done. Remove the marker and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 7 is done.